Princess Leona, who was born on February 20, 2014, became the second granddaughter of King Carl Gustaf and Queen Sylvia, and her birth marked a new chapter in the life of the Swedish royal family. As the daughter of Princess Madeleine and her husband banker Christopher O'Neill, she quickly gained popularity on social media from the very first days, because of the touching photographs that her parents eagerly shared with everyone. According to Madeleine, her little girl brought a ray of light to everyone, even on cloudy days, right from the start, reflecting the emotional nature and positive outlook of the young family. And even though public attention was mostly focused on Crown Princess Victoria and her daughter Estelle, the growing Leonore soon developed her own circle of admirers. At the time of her birth, Princess Leonore occupied the 5th place in the line of succession. Immediately after the joyful announcement of her arrival, the king declared that the girl was given the title Her Royal Highness Princess Leonore Lilian Maria, Duchess of Gotland. This gesture underscored the importance of the infant within the royal hierarchy. However, the parents chose a rather modern approach to introducing their daughter to the world. They posted her first photographs on their own account and asked fans not to send flowers and toys, but rather to support charitable organizations that work for children in need. This step once again showed that Princess Madeleine is committed to raising Leonore in the spirit of humanism and openness that is characteristic of modern monarchy. Leonore was officially introduced to the public for the first time in June 2014, when her christening took place at the Royal Chapel in Drottningholm. All the senior members of the dynasty were present, from the proud grandparents, Queen Sylvia and King Carl Gustaf, to the girl's godmother, Crown Princess Victoria, and the little Estelle, who had already become a favorite of the press. The event was very ceremonial yet cozy, as the Swedish royal family is known for its more human approach to official ceremonies, which endears them to the public with its natural ease. Some time later, in 2016, Princess Madeleine shared a delightful portrait of the 2-year-old Leonore in honor of her birthday. In the photograph, one could clearly see the charming features of the child's face. Light hair and blue eyes, inherited from both parents, and enhanced by the distinctive Bernadotte traits. Princess Madeleine humorously captioned the picture, saying, "Our little rascal who never stays still." These words turned out to be prophetic, as curiosity and boundless energy soon became the trademark of the growing princess. In addition to her mischievous temperament, Leonore also showed an early interest in the arts. Shortly afterwards, that same year, Madeleine shared a photograph of her daughter, dressed in a pink outfit, performing in a children's production of the ballet The Nutcracker. This was a clear indication that the princess is not afraid of the public and is capable of expressing herself on stage. "Our little ballerina," Madeleine captioned the photograph. By the time the girl turned 5, the family had already begun to change their place of residence. In 2019, Madeleine and Christopher decided to move to Florida. This decision was influenced both by the husband's work and by the parents' desire to give their children a more ordinary childhood, away from the constant presence of cameras and official events. The move to the United States marked a turning point in Leonore's life. Before leaving, her mother posted on Instagram a portrait of her daughter in a pink dress. The girl already looked more grown up, yet she still retained that same sparkle in her eyes. A new chapter began under the hot Miami sun, where the princess could easily run along the beach, swim in the ocean, learn something new about American culture, and at the same time not feel the pressure of constant scrutiny. The first years in Florida were very active for the family. Princess Madeleine regularly shared photographs on social media showing Leonore walking on the sand with her younger brother and sister, jumping in the waves, and adoring playing outdoors. Even though Leonore was growing up amid the vast ocean and the social freedom of Florida, she continued to maintain a connection with her Swedish roots and family traditions. One of these traditions is the love of horses. In her youth, Madeleine adored horseback riding, and Queen Sylvia proudly noted that her daughter had inherited a talent for equestrian sports. In 2016, when Leonore was given a pony named Heidi, it seemed that the little one was not particularly interested at first and preferred to run across the field, occasionally dashing over to snatch treats from the pony. However, as time went on, the bond grew stronger. Within a year, the girl was seen more and more often next to Heidi, tenderly touching the pony and demonstrating affection and curiosity. By 2025, on her 11th birthday, Leonore was shown embracing the now-grown Heidi, proving that their friendship had grown strong and turned into something truly special. Gradually, Leonore revealed herself more and more as an open and active child. In 2021, when she turned 7, Madeleine took a series of photographs on the beach featuring bright balloons. In those photos, the princess, dressed in a simple light dress, joyfully posed barefoot on the sand, and her mother captioned the images by calling her daughter wild, brave, and unique, like magical unicorns. This spontaneity reflected the relaxed approach that the parents have always embraced. Despite having royal titles, the family lives quite ordinary lives. Our day always begins with breakfast, which often turns into a lively and noisy affair. And then we go out for a walk so that Leonore's active nature can find an outlet through exploration, Madeleine shared in an interview. Regarding the line of succession, by that time Leonore's position, originally the 5th, had noticeably shifted down to the 9th place. Nevertheless, her position may change if Aunt Victoria or Uncle Carl Philip have more children, or when the growing cousins themselves have their own heirs. For the parents, Leonore's interests and harmonious development have always been the top priority. The most important thing that the princess has inherited from her family is the love for people and generosity. From her earliest childhood, her parents taught her to support charitable causes instead of receiving lavish gifts. And her sincere and unpredictable character has allowed the public to see in her not merely a representative of an ancient dynasty, but a living child who defies the stereotypes that royal children are expected to be impeccably reserved. No, Leonore always felt free, whether at her sister's christening or during a ballet performance, and it is precisely for that reason that she has been so loved. By the age of 11, Leonore was already openly showing her talent for horseback riding, and Madeleine shared her observations about how tenderly and responsibly her daughter cared for the pony Heidi, as well as how much time she spent in the stable. Given the support of the family, there is no doubt that the girl may become a bright representative of the new generation of monarchy. Observing the development of Leonore and her cousins, many have noted that the Swedish royal family is moving in a direction of significant reforms, where the roles of secondary princes and princesses are shifting towards greater freedom. Unlike in past centuries, when every royal individual was required to strictly adhere to court protocol, modern times allow children, even those with titles, to live a more down-to-earth life. This evolution has already borne fruit in the form of a warm public attitude towards the monarchy, where the focus is not on glamour and luxury, but on public benefit and traditions. Leonore, along with her relatives, perfectly embodies the renewed image of the royal family. She is not deprived of the joys of an ordinary childhood, she does not hesitate to express her emotions, and she is always willing to try new things, whether it is dancing, sports, or moving to another country. Today, she remains the 9th in line to the throne, and her life is in no way similar to what we have come to expect from members of the monarchy in the past. It is enough to recall how happily and naturally she behaved at her sister's christening, and the kind of photographs that Madeleine posted on social media to highlight her daughter's progress. She was born into a family that not only honors the heritage of the past, but also boldly experiments by allowing her daughter to navigate life much like an ordinary child. Every birthday is accompanied by endearing snapshots. Every move is an opportunity to immerse oneself in a new world. and every public appearance serves as a reminder that even the youngest members of a royal family can behave naturally and win the hearts of millions. If future generations of the Swedish crown remain as open as they are today, then the monarchy will surely retain its appeal and relevance. And Leonore, as we hope, will continue to be a ray of light for her family and a true favorite of numerous admirers around the world, for she possesses both the charm of a royal figure and the simple, childlike spontaneity that will never cease to delight those around her.